What a relief. West Ham 0, Liverpool 2, and finally Liverpool get an away victory in the Premier League after 2.5 months. So, welcome to the Marching Reds. I am Aman Chima, and here I am to review the game between West Ham and Liverpool, in which we saw Liverpool get those 3 points, but more importantly, come together and give in a solid performance. So let's start right away. Looking at the playing 11 that got announced, there were some positive announcements, some not so positive announcements. We got Allison back in goal, and that was the first positive start that we needed because, yes, Mohamed Arshali has looked good, but he has not been convincing enough. So, if Allison is fit, you always start Allison Becker. In the back four, we saw Joe Gomez not only start but also play the 90 minutes for Liverpool, and that was a pleasant surprise because given the fact that we are facing a crisis at the right back position, not only we were not trusting Joe Gomez, but like we were sort of rotating with Curtis Jones and Soboslai, and finally to see Joe Gomez get a game was a nice feeling to have. And only concern was that whether he will be able to last those 90 minutes or not. And the fact that he did, and he put in a solid performance. I mean, we'll come to the performances later, but that was a pleasant thing to notice in that 11. So centre back on the expected lines were Konate and Van Dijk. Left back Milos Kerkez. In the midfield it was Gravenberch, McAllister, Soboslai expected. Left flank had Cody Gakpo. Up top, just because Ekitike got substituted with a muscle injury in the PSV game, it was on the expected lines that Isak would start and maybe Ekitike, if he's fit enough, would come on from the bench, which was the case in the second half. But there was no Salah, and Florian Wirtz got announced. And not only did we play a 4-3-3 or like a 4-2-3-1 formation, I think we settled into a 4-4-1-1 or a 4-4-2 sort of a formation in which uh, goalkeeper, the back four are self-explanatory. The central two midfielders, Gravenberch, McAllister, and Soboslai took on a more right midfielder sort of a role, and Cody Gakpo was on the left side, and Alexander Isak was on the right side of the two, or Florian Wirtz was either on the left side of the two or just behind Alexander Isak. So, I mean, there was a lot of freedom given to Florian Wirtz, who had like an incredible game again, and was close to getting a was close to getting a goal and was close to getting an assist also. But in the first half, uh, initially, like every team had their own moments, but like the vibe and the way that Liverpool were playing was different, similar to what I saw against Nottingham Forest and PSV in the first half. So the good part is that we are making sure that we are starting in a much more positive space, and the only fear that I had was that, like, even if the score, I don't want us to switch off mentally. I just don't want any of our heads to go down or bodies to just like start giving out any negative energy. That was my only concern that I had across the 90 minutes. So the first half was decent. We looked lively. Unfortunately, no team was able to score. Fortunately for us, that West Ham didn't score, but unfortunately that we had like 2-3 glittering opportunities that we could not score from. Uh, Alexander Isak had like a sort of a bicycle kick, half bicycle kick, which like Areola saved, and that was a brilliant play that we had in and around the box. Milos Kerkez looked very good while attacking those spaces, and Wirtz, I mean, like if you see Liverpool games versus if you look at just the stats, of course, it's another game where he didn't get a goal or an assist, but like you knew that he dominated that first half for Liverpool, and he was the bright spark. And as Arne Slot said in his press conference too, if the team is doing well, then only you can see and get excited by these moments. Because, like, let's say we had gone a goal down, like which has been the case in the previous games, we would be rushing. There would be another sort of a pressure which would be on the players. So, given the fact that we were defensively solid, and we were taking no half measures, we were putting those tackles in, we were running a little bit more than what we used to see Liverpool playing in those last weeks. That was a very nice thing to see. Because yes, I mean, like, it is the standard and that's what we should expect, but the fact that we were not seeing it, that is what makes it a little special to see that, like, okay, we've not totally lost it. So yeah, I mean, the first half went by. uh, Cody Gakpo had a few nice moments. Joe Gomez crossed in a few balls, and like that was also uh, could have been a little deadly for West Ham, but like they were able to manage out any sort of threat that we put on in the first half. So 0-0, and then in the second half, uh, all the Liverpool fans were waiting for this moment, and that came around just shy of the hour mark, or like just after that. That our number 9, Alexander Isak, got his first Premier League goal, and that came from a sort of a set piece. Like, Joe Gomez had a long throw in, the ball gets back to Wirtz, who with like very slick touches passes it off to Gakpo. So when Gakpo gets the ball inside the box, Alexander Isak, instead of running towards the goal, just holds his run, and when Gakpo passes it to him, and he shoots, and what a clinical finish that was. I mean, yes, people can make jokes or, like, have a great time of like how Liverpool spent over 200 and like what 40 million odds, and still they've got no output for it. But like that clinical finish just was a delight for all Liverpool fans, because that was a very highly technically skilled finish, and it's not easy to score from there at that angle from that one touch. And yeah, I just hope it does a lot of good for him personally, because at that point of time, not only him but Liverpool needed it too. Because in a game like this, especially if you're coming after the disastrous results that we've seen, you need to get in at such moments and get that goal. Because a lot of things could have happened if we would have gotten 1-0 down, either in the first half or maybe just after second half, which like we were more susceptible of doing looking at the past few games. So yeah, Isak gets his goal, goes off to the corner flag, does his trademark celebration, 1-0 Liverpool. And then after that, we sort of started to control our game. And although West Ham had moments here and there, but more or less we were in command. And then we saw Robertson come for Kirkes, Ekitike coming on for Isak, and Florian Wirtz being replaced by Curtis Jones, because again, we all know that Florian Wirtz missed the last two games. I mean, we just have to manage such stuff, because we don't want any more injuries. And having said that, Milos Kerkez did come off because of a cramp, but I think he should be fit and fine for the game midweek. And if not, at least he should be named on the bench. So West Ham, I mean, they did look a bit threatening, but the all credits to Liverpool, uh, and like Arne Slot and the players who were there, who did not just throw the towel in. Because we've seen that sinking feeling come in during the game, and like there have been moments where, like, after 70-75 minutes or so, we were like, okay, just get this done. And I'm glad that we did not feel that way. One, because of the scoreline, and second, because of the fact that everybody had a great performance. uh, Gomez looked good, Allison was sharp, Van Dijk, again, the commanding leader that we are used to seeing. Kirkes looked brilliant defensively and offensively. I mean, offensively, we are expecting him to be in and around those positions, but like defensively also, he did look really good. Uh, in the midfield, McAllister, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai had great games. Flo, I mean, what a 70 odd minute performance he had. Gakpo looked good, who got the second goal eventually. And Isak, again, got his first Premier League goal. So that was really good. And Gakpo, in the 94th minute or so, uh, gets the ball in the box from Joe Gomez, who got an assist after Dominic Szoboszlai beats the keeper towards the edge of the box and gets towards the ball. So he passes it off to Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez sort of crosses it in. The defender misses the ball. Gakpo takes a touch and slots it home. Slots it home. Like you would have had what 3 4 meanings from that sentence. So yeah, even I did not celebrate it much, but I was full of relief, full of making sure that I'm aware of this moment, that we got a clean sheet, we got 2 goals, and yeah, although we are just 3 points away from the top four, and 9 points away from Arsenal. I mean, I just had to put in that line. I mean, come on. So yeah, but this is the first step. Now the next step that we'll have to take is consistency, because there were a few moments at 1-0 that either due to the weight of the pass or due to that first touch that we were taking, we were sort of losing control in our half itself. So, I mean, yes, there was improvement, which was a much needed thing, but we can be still better, and that's what we need to do against Sunderland at home. And yeah, I mean, it's high time to not only put in those performances, but use these games, use these wins as a turnaround factor. So, yeah, all's good for today, and I just hope we carry on the momentum, and Anfield should be rocking. And huge credit to the away fans, by the way, because they were singing Arne Slot's name and his song even before it was Alexander Isak's time to score the goal. So that was a really nice thing to see. And I mean, as the game went on, you could see a few more chances coming up, and that just shows why we are Liverpool, and why we, of course, love to be that dominant team. But when tough times are upon us, this is how we show our strength together. This is how we show our support together, and especially to the man who had a difficult job to replace a figure of Jurgen Klopp, then deliver a trophy, then being handed those transfers, and then finding himself in this tough, tricky phase. And yeah, so that's what we do, and I loved this game to 2 bits. So yes, we can improve, and I hope we do improve in the next game. And yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but let's get 2-2. So you let me know on how you thought about this game. If you're a Liverpool fan, who impressed you, and what did you think about Mohamed Salah not being named in the 11, neither being getting the nod to come from the bench? Let me know. And although my personal opinion is that as of now, you just need to pick the best 11 which works for the team, which sets the right combination, has the right formation, and is also looking at the opposition's 11 and how they are setting up. So I mean, if the results are coming in, I'm definitely sure that Mohamed Salah would get towards understanding the fact that he might not start every game, and still be at his best when he's called upon. So yeah, let me know whatever you think in the comment section below. If you've liked this video, you know what you gotta do, and I'll see you very shortly in the next one. Till then, take care.